into Jack's face. Jack flips over the top. Here's my point. We're not going to save Eckhart from being shot when clearly you could have easily stopped him.
But he's going to
try and save Jack. And he fails because apparently Batman forgot all the gadgets he has on his belt.
Also, the fact that you totally held up a guy over a thing, but you can't hold
hold his arm.
A guy you literally just deadlifted off the ground.
Fuck this guy. So he drops him. Jack goes down. That's the end of it. And then the cops are like, hey, let's get that guy too. Because we don't like this thing. So Batman, clearly in his first year, goes, I don't know how to get out of this. I'm like, wait, you don't?
Yeah.
Then he drops a fucking smoke pellet, disappears, and they're like, what just happened? And that's where we go.
More Knox and Vale stuff. Vale's gonna go meet Bruce for a date. Mm-hmm. Don't wait up for me, Knox.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a date at Wayne Manor.
And I love the fact that, like, Knox is like, oh, why him? I don't know.
Good looking, lots of money.
Nah. I don't know, Knox. You figure it out.
They have dinner in the most hilarious, like the biggest rich person fuck off table you've ever seen.
See,
and they're at opposite ends of it.
See, this is why during the break you asked me, like, how long this is going to take. I got so many fucking questions I have to ask. And this is one of the main ones. This whole dinner setup makes no sense because of many reasons. Bruce has never been in the room. He says this a minute from now. Now, whether he's saying the truth or not, I don't know. However, if he has been in the room, he's not the one who set up the table. Alfred is. Now, Alfred's not socially retarded like Bruce Wayne. He would know
to set it right next to her.
Yeah, to not set this up. To have them, he can have them across from each other, but on the side of the table. So that they can converse. And if they want to hold hands, like lovers, or whatever the fuck they're going to do. I mean,
or if he wants to pass the salt, he doesn't have to get up and walk for 2 minutes like he does in this movie.
So I don't know how the fuck this got set up. And I understand it's just supposed to be a gag.
Yeah.
I get it. And it gets us into the whole hominess of Alfred and Bruce, which they both fail at. I'm not going to lie. They don't portray the proper Alfred-Bruce relationship in any of the 4 movies.
It's funny how much we're ragging on this movie and the score we're going to get at the end of it.
I'm aware of that. But this only comes from 30 years of watching this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of this makes any fucking sense. So eventually they're just like, hey, this is...
You want to go somewhere else?
Because she literally goes like, hey, can you literally it's like, can you pass the salt with her hand over her mouth? Like, dumbass, we're too far away. And he goes, oh yeah. And she was like, do you even like it in here? I've never been in here. All right, let's go elsewhere. And then they go and hang out with Alfred in the kitchen.
Not eating the soup that they bring with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume time passed, and they're on to the next course.
They're on the main course.
It's weird because, like, I guess Vicky's a vegetarian. I noticed that, again, I've seen this movie far too many fucking times. The two of them have leftover meat on their plate. She does not.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that in movies, people don't ever finish their plate. There's a lot of wasted food in these movies.
And it's Alfred telling him a story of when he was a kid. Mm-hmm. He's like, I've always been there for Master Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
And
he shows up covered in mud.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right, I've talked enough.
I'll let you two. Don't touch anything. I'll grab it in the morning.
Yeah, and then he fucks off, and Vicky's like, he's great, and you
must love him. He's like, yeah, he's all right.
No, he basically says like, oh, he's great. I couldn't find my socks without him. Now I've read into that over the years of like, you know what? I don't think he's dismissing it like it sounds. I think that's him saying, do you know how easy it is to find your socks? I couldn't even do that without this man. He is that good to me. I think that's what he's trying to say.
You're hoping.
I fucking hope so, because I'm not going to lie, one of my favorite relationships in all of comics is Bruce Wayne and Alfred, because I happen to really like Alfred Pennyworth, and I don't like any of the portrayals of him in this movie. Yeah. In any of the 4 movies. I don't like the way they portray him. I mean, not to say Michael Gough isn't a great actor, and his performance is great, but what they give Alfred is shit, in my opinion.
So we get Jack, or what I guess we realize is Jack, in like some back alley surgery place, and mirror, and as he's like unwrapping, going, you need to understand, I had limited,
look at the tools I had to work with,
nerve damage, and look what I have to work with.
Those tools, by the way, are the same tools they used in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he smashes the mirror, and he
like,
cackles maniacally, going up the stairs. And I guess it's just implied that he's been driven insane.
Yep. I mean, he was supposedly already nuts, but he now can't think properly.
So Vale and Bruce go up the stairs. She's drunk. He really isn't. He kisses her, which,
And she does something for one of 3 times in this movie to make sure that she's not taller than Batman. She takes her shoes off.
Yeah.
It happens 3 times in this movie, because, unfortunately, Kim Basinger is not a small woman, and Michael Keaton is a small man. So yeah, if she's wearing even regular shoes, she's taller than him.
Yeah.
The damsel in distress cannot be taller than Batman.
No.
So she takes... Well, actually, several times other people take her shoes off for her.
Yep.
Good for them, I guess.
So Joker goes to visit Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Who's lounging around in his smoking jacket.
Because that's what I want to do. I want to be rich enough that I can have a smoking jacket. I really do.
And he realizes it's Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, back from the dead and all that. And just like, you killed me for a woman!
He starts out just being like, oh, Jack, thank God you're alive. Yeah. Don't start with that. Like, he just immediately knows. So Grissom fucking turns around. And he's like, and he goes, oh, let me get a drink. Meanwhile, there's a fucking gun there. And he just goes, don't bother. Your life won't be worth spent. And then that's when he's like, for a woman, whatever, all that shit. Which, great delivery.
I like it. It's like, for a woman!
For a woman!
Like, he's just pissed because he's just like, you really killed me for that?
Yeah. Like,
for that?
For some chick you're not going to give a shit about. Like, what the hell, you son of a bitch?
Because when she just shows up, when they share a look, he literally just goes, yeah, go in the other room.
Yeah, just go in there, lady.
You don't even care about her.
Yeah, so it's just because of that. So, yeah, he's got a point. And then he gives one of the greatest reveals in history.
And Jack's dead.
And he's like, Jack. And he's like, Jack's dead. You can call me. And he takes off the hat and Joker and pulls out the gun.
You're gonna think. You're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
I don't know if I want to say it because I hate the fact that I know it.
I noticed it yesterday too.
It
wasn't the first time I noticed it, but I noticed it.
But that's the thing. Until someone pointed it out to me, I never noticed it.
Yeah.
And now I can't not, and I hate that I noticed it, so I don't want to say it.
But we have to.
Do I?
Yes.
All right.
So when
if you don't want to hear, okay. If you don't want something told here that could potentially somewhat ruin the scene for you, something that your eye will be drawn to for the rest of your time watching this, I'm not kidding, then tune out.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1. Okay. So when he takes the hat off and he steps into the light, what happened is the makeup was getting on the collar of the purple jacket. And instead of repeatedly taking it off of Jack and washing it, what they just decided to do was just take purple makeup and cover it. Well, over multiple replies, a purple spot is on Jack's neck.
Gone in the next scene.
Gone in the next scene. But when he does that beautiful, beautiful reveal, he's got a huge purple spot on his neck. I watched this movie without hyperbole, I would say 500 times.
And never noticed it.
And never saw it
until
once.
Someone went, you notice this.
A few years back, somebody pointed this out, and every time I look at this scene, my eyes are always drawn to that purple spot. So that's why I'm saying, I'm saying
yours was probably today.
Yeah. Like, I hope you didn't listen to it because you don't want to hear that. And we're back.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's another one too later on.
So I like that between the Joker becoming Joker, him talking to Carl, him with the newspaper, it's all intercut with Bruce and Vicky.
Yeah.
So Bruce and Vicky are in bed again. The whole classic, she's wearing one of his shirts type thing. And
which is, as Kevin Smith pointed out, that's the equivalent of she's dripping out of him right now, or he's dripping out of her.
We get then cut back to the Joker with the paper. He's mad because they're talking about Batman.
Terrorizes. Yeah. Wait till they get a load of me.
And he smears the blood all over the pit. Like, this is what they're talking about?
Yeah.
And then he just looks to nobody, to nothing. He just looks into an empty room with Carl dead, just ooh.
Jack Nicholson mugged to himself.
To an empty room!
To an empty fucking room. This man is a genius.
Vicky Vale wakes up and sees that Bruce is hanging upside down. Is he sleeping? Or is he just hanging?
Yeah, no, he's sleeping. Because he's a bat.
Not the only time this happens.
This is Tim Burton thinking this is what Batman is.
Because Kilmer does this too, right?
No.
No?
No.
Could have sworn. Okay.
No.
Yeah. He's like, he's a bat, so he hangs up inside him.
Yeah.
That's not...
This,
okay. Good job, Tim.
This, to me, proves everything that happened in Batman Returns.
Yeah.
But can I also point out something that I meant to say a minute ago and I forgot? When Batman disappears from Axis Chemicals, we don't see Batman again for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We get Joker at the head of a table with a bunch of gangsters. Mm-hmm. He's got skin makeup on now.
Yes. And
it's very, very unnerving.
It's jarring as fuck because his face is stuck in that rictus grin.
And the main guy's just like, what happened to your face?
Oh, well, I'm just a whole lot happier.
And he's just like, where's Grissom? You're not in charge. Fuck off. I want out. He's like, well, if you want out, it's okay.
Hey,
just a handshake.
No problem.
Just a handshake? That's it.
Yep. And shakes his hand, and the guy animatedly catches fire.
Yep.
And he's burnt to a crisp.
With an electric buzzer.
Mm-hmm. Because he's the Joker. So
and I love, he's just like, he's dancing all these, like, this is going to be hard now.
I'm in the whole town tonight. Again, Jack Nicholson got to do whatever the fuck he wanted.
So he dismisses everybody.
Yeah, he's like, so, we're good? See ya.
And then he has a conversation with the dead guy of like, well,
I mean, I didn't want to have to do it to you, but, it is what it is. But, really, I'm glad you did. And he fucking cracks himself up.
And he's also having a conversation like, you think I should kill everyone else?
Yes.
And not give them a chance? Okay.
No. Yes. Well, And that's when he literally straightens his tie. And that's when he says, I'm glad you're dead. This scene's fucking ridiculous, but it's so good. It makes no sense. But I love it.
Knox and Vale.
Yeah.
Again, questioning. Knox just like, why him? Why him?
Again, rich. Tall, well, not tall, but dark and handsome. Again, rich.
Yeah.
I have to say it more than once. Just better than you.
So Vicky tells Bruce because after she woke up, she's like, "Oh, we're gonna go do something." He's like, "No, I'm out of town." And then when she talks to Alfred, having a good trip. He's like,
"We're not going anywhere.
We're going here for quite some time."
Worst Alfred ever.
So she catches him just dropping a rose at a street corner.
Again, clearly, what the serious fuck? Batman's what, 34?
Mm-hmm.
His parents would have died 20 years ago, maybe? Mm-hmm. No, maybe a little bit more, maybe 24 years ago. You fucks were alive. At least Knox. You would have heard when Bruce Wayne's parents were shot in Crime Alley. You would have heard about it. Richest fucking family in Gotham gets gunned down in the street. You'd have heard about it. What the fuck?
It's hilarious. The score we're going to give this... Keep going.
I know.
I'm going to keep saying it.
I know. It makes no fucking sense, but it's true.
So the Joker kills one of the other mob bosses in the best way possible with distracting mimes at a press conference. And then him showing up in a gaudy outfit like the Joker can.
I love the mime version of Joker. I really fucking do.
He's like, "Hi, Vinny, it's your Uncle Bingo calling." And then he hits him with the
Time to pay the check.
Time to pay the check.
And he throws a fucking... Because he says he signed it in his own blood with this very pen, which is a quill pen. I'm like, again, proof. When the fuck did this movie take place?
Because Vinny's like, "No, I'm in charge." Grissom said, "I'm in charge." Like, oh, no, that's what he said when he died. And then he kills him. And the pen is truly mightier than the sword.
And the funny thing is about this, again, we talk about like, oh, you could have used this. That guy's Rupert Thorne. But he's not. Like, you're casting people who look like the characters you're ripping off, but you're not using the names. I don't understand why.
And then they shoot into the crowd. Bruce is in face. He even catches a bullet in the shoulder almost.
Yeah.
Because he's distracted. Like, is that Jack Napier?
Yeah, he is so completely like, what the fuck, that it's Jack Napier that he doesn't understand. And I do enjoy that Jack clearly, of course, he doesn't know who Batman is. Literally just goes, "Oh, hey." Waves at him.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. I mean... I guess since nobody knows who the fuck Bruce Wayne is, had he thought about it, he would have grabbed him.
Yeah.
But no idea. Bruce Wayne is the most anonymous billionaire in the history of billionaires. I don't know how that's possible when your family are killed in the fucking street.
I think they're talking about Batman on TV, and this is where Joker gets mad. He breaks the TV. He's like, they're talking about him?
Tell me, how does a man dressed up like a bat get all my press?
More Bruce and Alfred trying to figure it out. He's like, that's Jack. Give me the file on Jack Napier.
Yeah.
And I like, they don't go back to the picture. They do it in flashback form, but they show him as a young man.
Yeah. He's got a picture in that fucking file.
of him as a young man. I'm like,